In the months that followed, Mistport struggled to recover. Many families moved away, unable to bear the weight of loss and uncertainty. The town that had once seemed so ordinary now wore its scars openly, a testament to the strangeness that had touched it. Jack threw himself into research, poring over old town records and newspaper archives. He discovered a pattern of similar disappearances stretching back centuries, always preceded by reports of strange lights and bizarre behavior among residents. His mother watched his obsession grow with concern. "You need to let it go, Jack," she pled. "Sarah's gone. They're all gone." But Jack couldn't let go. The black stone, now hanging from a cord around his neck, seemed to pulse with hidden knowledge. It drove him forward, whispering of secrets yet to be uncovered. As he delved deeper into Mistport's hidden story, Jack began to see connections he'd never noticed before. The town's founding, the placement of certain buildings, even the layout of the streets, all seemed to form a pattern, a symbol of some greater design. And always, at the edges of his consciousness, he felt Sarah's presence. In his dreams, he saw her standing at the mouth of a great cavern, beckoning him forward. "Soon," her voice would echo. "Soon, you'll understand." Jack's quest for answers took him far beyond Mistport. He traveled to other small towns touched by similar strangeness, gathering stories and evidence. With each new discovery, the puzzle grew more complex, but also more compelling. One of the more recent newspaper clippings caught his eye, buried beneath stacks of older reports. Unexplained lights over Mistport again. Locals report missing time. A blurry photo beneath the headline showed a darkened street bathed in a soft, unnatural glow. Witnesses claimed they had lost hours, waking up miles from where they'd been. Some swore they'd seen figures moving in the mist, figures with glowing eyes. Jack's pulse quickened. Mistport wasn't just the beginning, it was still happening. Mistport itself became something of a ghost town, avoided by travelers and shunned by those who remembered the disappearances. But for Jack, it remained the center of everything, the place where it had all begun. Now, as he sat in his study surrounded by maps, ancient texts, and newspaper clippings, Jack felt the familiar pull of the black stone against his chest. It was time to return home. As he packed his suitcase, his eyes fell on a framed photo of Sarah, the only one he'd been able to find after her disappearance. Her enigmatic smile seemed to hold all the secrets of the universe. Jack exhaled sharply and let his head fall into his hands. Years of chasing shadows, of sleepless nights, spent connecting dots no one else could see. Had it all been for nothing? Had he wasted his life chasing ghosts? His fingers drifted to the black stone at his chest, feeling its familiar warmth. For a moment, the thought crossed his mind. What if he left it all behind? Threw the stone into the ocean, walked away, and tried to be normal. But then he heard it, a whisper, soft as breath against his ear. "You're close." Jack shuddered. The doubt faded. Whatever lay ahead, he had to see it through. "I'm coming," he whispered to the photo. "I'm ready to understand." Closing his suitcase, Jack took one last look around the room that had been his home and headquarters for so long. The walls were covered with charts and timelines, each one a piece of the grand puzzle he'd devoted his life to solving. As he stepped out into the cool night air, Jack felt a familiar warmth against his chest. The black stone pulsed, as if in anticipation. Somewhere out there, in Mistport or beyond, Sarah and her kind were waiting, and this time he would be prepared to face whatever otherworldly secrets lay hidden beneath the surface of seemingly ordinary places. With a mixture of trepidation and excitement, Jack set off into the night. The mystery that had begun in his teenage years was far from over. In fact, as he'd come to realize, it was just the beginning of a much larger story, one that spanned centuries and touched the very fabric of reality itself. As he drove towards Mistport, the first hints of dawn coloring the sky, Jack couldn't help but smile. Whatever lay ahead, he was ready to face it. The black stone pulsed, steady as a heartbeat. Jack tightened his grip on the steering wheel as the "Welcome to Mistport" sign loomed in his headlights. Then, suddenly, the stone turned ice cold. A whisper, unmistakable this time, curled through the silence. "Welcome back, Jack." The headlights flickered.